Welcome back to the Mojo YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about gluttony and how people overconsume. So I was thinking about this the other day. Like we live in a culture where people just constantly want more and more and more, and it's like you're never satisfied. And it's just like when does the end come, or when are you happy with what you have?
You see, it's kind of like a double-edged sword to me. Like I feel like part of it is like a good thing. Like you should always like strive to get, well, to me, like strive to achieve more, kind of basically. So it's like you're never finished. You're never really fulfilled. Like you're always looking for that next goal or that next achievement or like improvement or something like that. But then again, like just for like kind of like materialistic stuff or any other stuff that isn't like goal centric of like you're always wanting more, always wanting the new thing, the new car, new shoes, new iPhone. It's all kind of like the same stuff, same material, same type of phone, software, and all that. So it's kind of like a double edged sword to me. Like on one hand, it's good like now in society, like trying to like achieve more, get more. Like you're never fulfilled, or you're never satisfied. That saying basically, you're always trying to like go more. And then versus like the other side of yeah, like, but that was last year's stuff. That was last year's car. They got a new 2025 on the way. Like, I want that. Or just like with shoes or something like that. Even though it's the same Jordan shoe, just in a different color. Or they just re-released it or something like that. So like that's why I feel like on kind of like the overconsumption or like never satisfied or something like that. It's kind of like a double-edged sword to me. Yeah. What about you?
Now I feel like people have to learn. Not, and when I say people, I mean myself included. You have to learn to be happy with what you have. Like learn to be able to do more with less. Not saying you shouldn't want these other nice things, but there's a difference between want and need. You should have, I think you should have all your needs and probably most of your wants, but you shouldn't have everything you want. Like I know I've been trying to practice minimalism, so buying less stuff, getting rid of stuff I don't need, donating clothes. I go through probably my clothes once every 3 4 months. Anything I don't wear, I'll get rid of it. I ain't wore it in 2 months, I'll get rid of it. I forgot I even had this. Get rid of it. I don't need it. But I feel like I heard the other day, like we're constantly trying to get faster and faster cars and chasing bigger and bigger boxes to live in. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff makes you any happier. They might make you happier in the moment, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think you're gonna be on your deathbed. I'm like, yep, I'm really happy I had that 19 house crib or
Yeah,
like that 19 room house. Like, I don't think you're gonna get there.
yeah, like I definitely believe in minimalism now. Like I know I was in when I was in high school, I used to tell you all the time, like, yeah, it's gonna be my house and such, yada yada yada. But now I think I remember I told you like a long time ago, like, yeah, I don't even want a big house anymore. I just want this type of like small type of Japanese style house or something like that. Just like a small house, this one thing and that one thing. Like I don't want as much as I used to. Like I definitely feel like people shouldn't have everything because you can't take that with you like once you die. Like you can't take none of the stuff with you once you die, basically. So it's kind of like, what do you need all this stuff for? It's just like you have too much of like the riches, basically, and just you're not even using half of the stuff. You just forget about you have it. Like when you have it, like I forget like I have certain stuff in my closet or stuff like that. So I know I spent like the last 2 years just giving stuff away, like giving shoes away to people on random occasions. Like I don't even wear these. Here you go.
I know I got some shoes from you, appreciate it. But
Yeah,
no,
that's
man, like I just feel like at the end of the day, you're not gonna like the stuff you didn't get. I'm like, oh damn, I never got that watch I really wanted, or I didn't get the car I really wanted. Don't get me wrong, I still want a big ass house. But I gotta see.
I,
I think you need to figure out like what's important to you. Like, yeah, I want a big ass house, but I don't need 20 supercars to go with it. Maybe
yeah.
two supercars.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the opposite. Like, I don't want a big ass house. Like, I just want like a nice small house, but I do want like a supercar with it. Like,
Yeah, I
I
have
just want
one. I
like
don't
one or
need
two.
20 of them.
No, I don't need 20 or this or
Like
this or
normally,
that.
I want it. Like,
Yeah,
I need the Ferrari in this color. I need the Lambo in
no,
this one.
yeah. I
Now
just
it's just
want
like,
like two of my favorite like fastest cars in the world. Small house. Like, I don't even really like the house I want. I want to build my own house, but it's gonna be like nice and small and stuff. Like that's kind of how like I envision it. Like some nice land, basically. But like the stuff I used to envision, like, yeah, I want this room, I want a movie theater in my room, or yada this, or a pool, or a gym. I don't even. I might still would want a gym, but other than that, like, I'm I like going to the movies. Like it's a enjoyment to me. Like I don't want a movie theater in my house. Like there's really no excuse to leave the house if you have all this shit. Like you always be seeing like on YouTube, like they got the bowling alley in the house, the whole basketball court in the house. It's like you really have no excuse to leave the house. Like sometimes got to leave the house just to enjoy things. But I know some people don't want to leave the house because the world is dangerous and stuff. But I just feel like with certain stuff, like the more riches you have, it's kind of like really no excuse to do anything in the world anymore. I feel
I
like,
just feel like it makes you less appreciative of the stuff you have. Like, oh, if you have everything, then like nothing's valuable to you anymore. Like
yeah,
when we fast pretty regularly, when you go those days without eating, you come back, no matter what you eat, even not even water, we drink water during our fast. But like the first bite of food you have, whether it be Chipotle, French
yeah,
fry, whatever it is, you come back to smacking. You appreciate food way more, and also when you come back, you can't overindulge. Well, you can, but it just hurt. Like
gonna
your
fuck you
stomach
up.
shrinks,
Yeah,
and you just like one burger in, you be like, oh no, instead of three burgers or four burgers or burger fry milkshake, double
yeah.
burger fry milkshake. It's just you appreciate it more. You don't need as much to be happy. Like now, people just eating till they sick, eating till they throw. We got holidays like Thanksgiving, which is just a big gluttony fest. Everybody comes, and if you don't eat four plate minimum, it's a four-plate minimum at Thanksgiving. Like how? And then you wonder why. But it's crazy because it sets you up to just be unhealthy. And I just found like overindulgence or anything just leads to some type of bad result at the end, like drugs, overindulging of that, just poor health, overindulge of sex, low energy, bad relationships, overindulging food, bad health, physical appearance, probably less confident because you out of shape. It just leads to a downward spiral. But when I go fasting, I come back low. I'm lighter, leaner, feel better. Whenever you go without something, you just appreciate it more when you do get it or you get back to it.
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like the food example is like a great example because it's like once you start fasting, like you just like your appreciation for food just amplifies like by 1,000 because it's like I got all this food in the house and you just don't want any of the food because you want this type of food, but it's like never appreciative of like all the food you have in your kitchen, like versus like but you want some like Chipotle or another food like seafood boil bag or something like that. So it's just I feel like it just makes food like makes me appreciate food like a lot more. But basically when I come back off the fast, it's just yeah, I don't need all that. Like I don't need to get this. Like I'm just gonna eat this and that's it. I don't need a 5-star meal or something like have like this food, that food, like combining hella food together and making like just concoctions and all
Man,
that. I never did that. Don't judge me, but still, it's just like just makes you more appreciative of being without something. So I feel like people should practice that like with like other stuff than food, like materialistic stuff. Like just try to go a day without your phone and see how
yeah, like
life
when we
goes.
say like gluttony or overconsumption, I ain't just talking about food or
Yeah.
I'm talking about social media. Like I seen this girl's screen time or her Instagram time. She's on there like 3-4 hours a day. I was like, what the like, bro?
No,
How do you
yeah.
spend 4 hours on Instagram? Like, when do you work, sleep, and do all this others? Like, how do you
Yeah.
have 4 hours to spend on
Like
Instagram?
I remember I'm guilty of it too. Like I remember I used to I'm glad that Apple like added that screen time features like works wonders for me. I used to have like 10 hours a day of just like on the phone. Like it was like 40 or 50 pickups. Like I picked up the phone like 50 times in one day. And then most of the time it was just off YouTube and shit, diving down into the rabbit hole and shit.
YouTube gets us
Yeah.
all.
And it gets like a combination of all my devices. So it's like it gets my phone, iPad, and computer, like a total of 10 hours in front of a screen. So now I just try to like I have like a limit. So I set it for like 3 hours and like 30 minutes a day or something
Didn't
like
even know you
that.
could do that.
Yeah, you can do like a whole bunch of features. Like just limit yourself and basically once your time is up, the app closes and stuff. You can like bypass it if you want to, but it's like it lets you know like, hey, your time
You
is
should
up.
be stopping.
Yeah. Like so that's why I just appreciate certain technologies that kind of like help you with the like overconsumption or gluttony, like especially like for social media. But I'm pretty sure it's stuff like food and stuff too, like the MyFitnessPal lets you track, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of makes you feel guilty if you have write down like, oh yeah, I had 2 Five Guy burgers a fry and a milkshake. That shit had up to like 10,000 calories,
Yeah.
and that bitch turned a big fat red 10,000. Like,
Next thing,
oh, I
next
should
thing you
stop
know,
eating.
you need a nap.
Yeah, I should stop
Tired.
get in the
No.
gym. But yeah, I appreciate certain technologies to help you out, like with certain stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It's
I
just
heard a quote. It's like the more you go without, the harder you are to kill. And I just heard it. I was like, damn. And you know, some people's like, oh, you ever see, like, oh, we had a friend. He caught a flat the other day. Actually, no, he ran out of gas, and he
uh,
had to walk. And he's like, man, I used to walk all the time. I think he had to walk like, let's say 8 miles. He had to walk like 8 miles, and normally he used to do the same walk, easy. Wouldn't even
it's
complain.
cool.
It
Yeah,
was normal, everyday type thing. But we haven't walked in. We haven't had to walk in
yeah.
what,
It's like
5 years
it's
at
like high
least.
school.
We
Yeah,
didn't have cars 5 plus years. So he was like, man, yeah. 10 minutes in, he was crying and bitching. And I was like, really? And I thought about it, like, you ain't did it in a while. You haven't done it in a while. But something that used to be easy and normal to you, now it's a struggle. Your mind's playing these games or tricks with you, and you don't even know if you can do it, and you want to quit and give up. And that's when I heard the quote: "The more you go without, the harder you are to
yeah,
kill." It just made me like, oh, people that struggle and go days, they don't know when their next meal coming from. When they do get food, they grateful, and they built for this stuff.
right.
Like people that live in these harsh and cold
Yeah,
environments, people like in India with low resources, low rain, low food, like they durable people. But here, the slightest inconvenience causes us meltdowns. We have people, oh, I had a bad day, they just go kill themselves. Like the slightest little
yeah.
inconvenience cause so much turmoil here.
Even like with the slightest inconvenience, just say like, oh yeah, my whole day is ruined. I'm just gonna go home, lay in the bed, get on the covers, just go on social media. This whole day is ruined. But it's like even if you had like a bad day, you can still recover and do great things for the rest of the day. You don't have to like just say, oh, I'm like it's a popular saying in Twitter, like, oh yeah, you might as well just throw the whole day away. It's just like you
Yeah, a
can't
lot of
just
people
keep
do that.
doing yeah, you can't just do that. Like you might not come back after this day. It could have been your last day on earth. You can't just say throw the whole day away. It's like you never know.
Man, it was somebody, I think, who was it? I can't remember what book I was reading, but it's like, I think it was not Ryan Harris. It was I can't remember who said it, but he was saying every time you do something, one day it's gonna be your last time doing it. So you need to appreciate and value and cherish every time you get to do it.
Yeah.
And he was saying, think about a mother who picks up her child for the last time. You think she remembers the last time she picked up? Not like the kid died or anything. It's just their kid is too large, like too
Yeah.
heavy for her to physically pick up anymore. You think your mom remembered the last time she was
Not
able to
at all.
hold you and sit you on her lap? But
Not
like,
at
I'm sure
all.
she cherished those memories and cherished those days, but she can't tell you the last time she did it or the last time she picked up your sister or anything like that. So when I heard that, I was like, dang, every time you do something, this is possibly the last time you get to do it, and you won't even think about it. The last time you suit up, that's like Brian was yesterday, 2 days ago. He just hit #1 scorer of all time. He like he's closer to the end of his career than the beginning of his career.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he appreciates every time he gets to lace up them shoes and throw that with yellow and gold or purple and gold
Yeah.
jerseys.
No, yeah, I definitely try to I know I try I kinda like try to make it a point now. It's not like every day, but every once in a while I try to make a point that just to focus on stuff where you might not be able to do anymore. Like with Braun, like I'll try to watch as many LeBron games as I can just because I know it's gonna be one day he ain't gonna be here no more. Or try to like move as much as I can because we all everybody knows one day it might be a day where you might not be able to move
Man, I've been
anymore.
playing pickleball recently a lot, and I play with a lot of older people, and they're not as fast and agile or
Yeah,
limber. And we're like, sometimes you hit balls, and they'll be like, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or when I was your age, I could have got that. And I'm like, in my head, at first I'd be like, no, you wouldn't have. Then I stopped and I thought about it. I was like, damn, at one point you were my age, and you were
yeah,
probably as athletic or maybe slightly less, but you were able to do stuff at a high rate that you just can't do anymore. And I'm like, damn, one day I'm a God willing, I'm gonna get old, and I'm not
yeah,
gonna be as athletic. I'm not gonna be able to jump high or run
yeah.
fast or
Your knees gonna be fucked up.
shit. They already are, but they're gonna be more fucked up. And I was just like, damn, one day I'm not gonna be able to do all the things I want to do. Like the other day, I was squatting and I was lifting. Didn't really feel like lifting, but I was warming up. Got to 225 on the second set. And I was like, one day I ain't gonna be able to lift heavy weights. Let me push this shit. I
Yeah,
ended up getting to 325 or 315, or I mean 330, some shit like that. 300 plus pounds squat and then 300 plus pound deadlift. I was pushing it. I'm definitely feeling it now. But I'm happy that I did it because I'm like, one day I'm not gonna be able to pick up 300
Yeah.
pounds.
No, yeah, I just feel like people should appreciate more of what they can do now because you just realize like you might not be able to do this anymore. Like especially for us, like we're young, so I feel like you do try to do as much as young shit as possible, like move, run a 240 miles or some shit like that, or skydive. Like I don't think you'd be able to skydive if you're like 70 or shit. If I gonna have a heart attack, some shit. It's like just try to do as much as like physically active things as you can, because like this is where you're gonna be like your most physically
Just
like
make memories, because not even
yeah.
like young being young doesn't mean you gonna be here forever. Like
No, yeah,
you
that's
can get
true.
hit by a bus tomorrow. So just try to make as many memories as possible. Not even focus on being young or being old. Just make misery, or not even just physically active things. I do try to stay as active as possible, but just,
It's like you never know when this is gonna be my last time. Like this could be
I
our
was
last
reading.
time on the podcast.
It
Like you
could
never
be.
know.
I
So
appreciate every
yeah.
time we get to put the
Oh
mics
yeah.
on, turn the cameras on.
You know we had some trouble with the mics.
That we always
Still
have
appreciate
trouble
it.
with the mics, y'all. If y'all ever hear bad audio, or just work with us.
Yeah.
We trying our
Yeah.
best.
That you
We're
know.
gonna get better every episode. Every time we turn the mics on, every time we turn the cameras on, we're gonna get better
These
step
like
by
our
step.
third mics. So
Yeah. And if you like anything we say or appreciate anything we say, or it helps you out with your day, please leave a like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. But I don't know. It's just I was reading a book the other day and it was talking about how Lou Gehrig, I think he had the record for playing the most games in like consecutive games in Yankee history or whatever, whoever he played for. It was like 2,130 games and like not missing a start. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of games to just be consistent. But then his body, and he took training serious, like same way Brian takes it serious with the diet and the non-drugs and the recovery. He took all that serious. He was Brian before Brian was Brian.
yeah, true.
So, and then he ends up getting this disease, Lou Gehrig's disease. You hip to it?
Yeah.
So you basically it's like it turns on it just it cuts you off from your muscles. So you basically become all your muscles just shut down slowly, step by step. You go from not being able to walk to not being able to move your arms to not being able to talk to eventually your lungs and everything else shut down and you suffocate to death, most people. And it's like that's tragic. This once great super athlete, professional athlete, one of the greatest of all time, went from being super able body to not able body at all. And I'm like, man, I'm sure at one point he was like, I'm sure he didn't imagine that happening to him.
Yeah, not at all. I just really just try to just move away from like certain stuff, like all the man-made stuff. I feel like you should just try to appreciate, but try to like lessen yourself from stuff and just try to like just see the world with your own eyes and I don't know, just appreciate what you have now because tomorrow it's like the same saying like tomorrow is not guaranteed or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like just try to do as much as you can. Like just try to limit yourself from certain stuff. Like it's technologies to help you limit like your consumption versus like you getting having overconsumption of like society basically. So I just feel like you should just focus on limiting yourself, and I feel
I
like a
also
whole
feel
new
like
world
cutting
will open
yourself
up.
off from certain things just improves your whole experience as life
Yeah,
overall. Like fasting makes me appreciate food and appreciate life more. Like oh, every day I get to wake like someday, when we first like the first day is usually like not the hardest day like mentally or physically, but it's the hardest day not to eat. Like you just so
yeah.
it's like a habit. It ain't
I feel like the first day is just the mental side. It's just like yeah, you're not eating. It's just like
yeah, I gotta remind myself. Like sometimes you be
yeah,
like, oh, let me grab a chip. You're like, oh shit, I ain't supposed to be
yeah.
eating that.
It'd be
Oh,
like
let me grab
damn,
a fry.
wish I
Oh,
could eat right now.
or you see the cookie on the counter. Like, oh
Yeah, or you. I
no,
just feel like to me, like the first day is just more mental because it's like, damn, I wish I could eat. Like I just feel like I'm missing out. Kind of like FOMO. Like yeah, damn, they got Olive Garden today. I'm missing out. It's my first day to fast. I can push it back. It's like
that's
nah.
exactly how
It's
you
like
got. Like,
all
oh,
mental. Like the first day. Then I feel like the second, third. That's when it kind of gets to physical slash mental, but mainly just mental. I feel like your body can like go without the food like for the 3 days as
easily.
yeah easily, but it's really just all mental. I feel like a lot of hard shit is just all mental. Like the body can do like some amazing things. So it's kind of like really just mental. Like you just not used. Your brain is not used to it. Your brain don't want to do the shit. Your brain asks you to stop and all that, and you make up all these excuses. But it's like nah, you gotta tell your brain to shut the fuck up. Sometimes it's just keep going. So I just feel like
So
a
what do
lot
you,
of hard shit is
so
mental.
what do you think is the best way to like get away from overconsumption? Like if you just no matter what your vice is, we all got different vices, whether it be your phone, whether it be Instagram, Twitter. Shit, some people addicted to working out, some people addicted to food, some people addicted to porn, some people addicted to Who knows
Honestly, it's
what?
just kind of like you gotta kind of take it like a alcoholic or a cigarette addict. Like, is you can't just go. Sometimes you can't just go cold turkey and expect it to work because a lot of times it may work for a day, but then after that, it's not gonna work anymore. So it's kind of like you're gonna like suffer from withdrawals maybe. So it's just like you gotta go like one step at a time. Like, you still might make mistakes, but like say you try to do it for a week and you slip up on Wednesday, but every other day you did good. Like, you should take that as a win. Like, yeah, overall, I'm at like a 90%, except for I missed one day. And you just keep trying to improve and build upon that and just stack the days and weeks up to each other. But it's not like a 1 day fix, not like a 1 month fix. It's your lifetime fix because you're trying to like get away from that basically. So you always gotta like take it 1 day at a time. I feel like.
I feel like it depends on like certain things. Some things I feel like, or it just depends on your personality. Like super strong minded people, uh, I feel like cold turkey works for them. Like, you know what? I'm done doing this. I won't do this anymore. Cause it was a quote. I think it was by Epictetus or somebody. He was like, "Show me a man that's not a slave." And when I heard it, I thought he was talking about like literal slavery. And then he expanded upon it and talked about all of us are a slave to something, whether it be food. Even slave owners are slave to the laws of slavery. Like, you got to adhere and abide by them. Or at that time, he's like, show me a man that's not a slave. And I just heard him like, damn, we all are a slave to something, whether it be all those things I named previously. But sometimes I think cold turkey does work better for some people. And then other people, I feel like sometimes you need to find people to help you hold yourself accountable. Like, oh shit, bro, I don't want to eat this no more, or I don't want to eat after this certain time, whether it be your wife locking up the fridge shit. Sometimes you gotta take extreme
Yeah.
measures, and I feel like you shouldn't be embarrassed by whatever measures you have to take to get the job done.
I feel like cold turkey works, but it's kind of like rare to me. Like, it's not as common or frequent. Like, I feel like cold turkey kind of works on like when like your mind is just completely made up, like, or something kind of like extreme happens. Like, say if you're addicted to drugs and you just see your kid playing with the like cocaine bag or some shit, like,
You see the cocaine bag,
yeah,
okay?
but it's like that's some scary shit. And that's when you can be like, I'm done with this shit. You just throw it out and you never think about the shit again. Like something like extreme, I feel like what happen like, has to happen. Or if you just have like the mindset, you just when you just kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like an out of body experience. Like when you just kind of I don't know how to explain it. When your eyes just like drift out of your head and you just looking at yourself doing it in the act. Like say if you like addicted to porn or some shit, and you watching the video, like the porn video or something, and then you just kind of just like get desensitized, so you just stop thinking about it. Or you just stop looking at it. You just kind of just I don't know. It's hard to explain. You just look at yourself doing it. Why am I doing this?
Then the crazy thing about addiction, or because that's all gluttony is an addiction. The crazy thing about addiction is it takes more and more to get to the same level of happiness or same level of dopamine, serotonin, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
to get to that same level of fulfillment or contentment or joy. So then you just end up doing more and more, and at some point you do get desensitized to whatever it is. Like it takes more food to get you full. It takes more sex to get you happy. It takes more alcohol to get you drunk, takes more weed to get you high. You need stronger and stronger. That's why they say like weed's a gateway. But at some point, it's like you say, you look at yourself and you be like, why am I doing this? Or do I even need to be doing this?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: what about the people that know they have a problem? Like I know I got a problem, right? But it ain't that bad of a problem. Like it ain't hurting nobody. Like I might be a weed head or a pot head. Like I might smoke 6 blunts a day or 7 blunts a day. And I got my own money. I ain't robbing nobody. I go to
Yeah.
work, I smoke my blunts. Or I might be addicted to porn. I go to work, do my porn thing. Or I might be addicted to whatever food. I'm a fat ass. Or I do whatever I need to do. How do I, or why, not even how do I, why should I stop? Like, it ain't hurting nobody.
So it it just made me think of a back to Atomic Habits. I'm reading that right now.
Banger.
Well,
So
audiobook.
that's a
Listen,
banger.
I'm listening to it right now. It go back to like
I be telling you some bangers.
yeah, it
Yeah.
go back to like your habits. Like you have good habits, you have bad habits. Like but or effective habits. Like they're both the good habits and bad habits are both effective to you. It's just effective to you like in a good way or a bad way. Like they're both efficient for you because like you keep coming back to it. Like so you're basically both of them are you're addicted to both. So basically, like what they say in the book is, what is like your main goal, or like what is your passion, or what is your purpose, basically, and are those good and bad habits like? helping you or hurting you from reaching those goals, basically. So it's kind of like, where's their example? Like you said, the
I'm
dude
a
smoking
pothead.
pothead. Like, what is his goal? Like, what does he want to do? Like, is smoking weed like going to get him to that goal, or isn't it? Like, is it going to help him further get to that goal,
I
or
don't
isn't
think
it?
smoking weed help nobody get to any go, man. Unless you
I mean,
make some
that's what I'm
type,
saying. I can only think like, unless you want to be
I would say, unless you make
have
some
a
type
weed
of,
company, like you
yeah,
might need it. It's kind of like a wine connoisseur. You got to know your different weeds, so you got to smoke them
shit.
bitches
I
to see
don't
if
think
they
you got
good
to
or
be
not.
addicted to them.
I
You
mean, I
taste, puff,
don't know.
puff, done. Oh, this
People
ain't
can be
it.
addicted to alcohol. Be nice wine connoisseurs. Like, oh yeah, that one ain't it. It's got this certain
I
type
don't
of
think
grapes
any,
and other yada
I
yada.
don't think any type of addiction is good for you. Like maybe,
I
like
mean,
not even workaholics. Workaholics end up working their asses off, getting to where they want to get to, start making the kind of checks they want to make. And they'd be like, oh shit, I spent all this time away from my family, all this time chasing money, and then they realize money didn't make them any
but
happier.
yeah, but when it goes down to that, if you're a workaholic, like, is that work like, is it being effective enough? Like, is it getting you to your main like goal or passion? Like, what if you're a workaholic but you want to be a family man? Is that being a workaholic helping you or hurting you from reaching your goals?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. I don't think any addiction helps. I don't think addiction helps.
I mean, that's the only example I could think. Like, if he want to be like own a weed company, I'm like, it might need
Like I can't think of an
you might
addiction that
need to
helps
know how to
you
smoke some weed.
in a positive way. Like being wow, because when you addicted, all you do is give away your free will to whatever you're addicted to. Like
That
people
is true.
people that smoke cigarettes, they have to go out and smoke. Like you could be in a restaurant, a no smoking restaurant. Like man, shit, I gotta go outside. It's -30 outside. You gonna go smoke? It's pouring rain. You gonna go smoke? Like I just flew to was it Vegas recently? I came back. Dude was a major vapor or whatever. But he vaped a lot. He couldn't go to 3 hour plane ride without vaping. So it's illegal on
Well, you
planes.
gotta sneak it in.
Bro, he had to sneak it in. The pilot had to come. The stewardess and all of them had to come do their thing, and then the police ended up coming to take him off the plane when we landed. Back when the plane finally landed, they came and got him off the plane. Was it worth it? Like
But no, yeah, that's
at that point, you are a slave.
no, yeah,
Like
you are. But that's like kind of like the way I feel like you should think of it. Like, if you're trying to get off of something or stop something, like, are these habits helping me or hurting me getting to my goal or something like that? Like, if you're addicted to porn, like, you taking at least an hour out your day or 2 hours, how
right.
many times you do it a day? You taking like hella hours out your day just to do that, when you could be using those hours to study or go do something that is going to be beneficial for reaching your goal or your purpose. So
So
it's
what?
like,
Okay, so okay, I'm no longer a pothead. I beat my addiction. I'm more I'm more efficient with my time management, doing things, getting close. Can I use? Can I go back to using whether with any addiction, not just the weed? Let's say it's porn or whatever, or the food or whatever your addiction is. Now I didn't beat it. I'm good. I'm clean. I no longer itch and scratch and crave it. But can I go back to using it occasionally? I ain't gonna smoke seven
what
blunts
is
a
that
day.
occasionally going to do for you though?
I like it. You know what I mean? I'm asking you. I like it. Can I go back and do it? Like I enjoy myself.
What is it doing for you though?
I'm asking. So can I?
I'm asking you, what is it doing for you?
You got some good. You make a valid point. So okay. So liquor, weed, wine helps nobody, right?
No.
All right. We don't drink. We don't really
I
smoke.
mean,
Like
if you got
maybe
cancer, yeah.
weed. You talking about weed with
Yeah,
the
you got
pain?
cancer.
Okay. I'm talking about like been
Yeah,
like
like you a healthy
progressing your
you a
life
healthy
type.
25-year-old man
Yeah, you a healthy person, and
or woman.
you smoke cigars and you drink wine and drink fucking Bud Light, and you beat you beat your addiction. You got a job. Your boys invite you out to come hang out. Y'all go bowling or y'all
Some
eating
Pepsi,
wings and
nigga.
watching basketball.
Nigga, Pepsi go great with
Can I have
wings.
a Bud Light then?
Not if you're alcoholic, bro. Because if you are alcoholic, that you it's basically a gateway. You drinking that is just gonna lead you to going back to your bad habits, and it's not gonna lead you any closer to getting to your goal or your purpose.
So
Or if
that
you, even if you achieve that goal or purpose, you just getting farther from you maintaining that goal or purpose.
so no recreational use.
No,
Once
what for? You have an addictive person, like you have an addictive gene, like you can get addicted to the stuff. Like, why do you need it?
shit, I used to have when I first started. I wasn't addicted. I could do it when I wanted to. I could stop and I
And
could do it.
and
I
you
could
got
go a month
addicted.
or three without, and I could do it again. So
Nah,
now I've been 7 months without doing it,
Just take the easy
and now my
road.
friends invite me out to have some beer,
That's
wings,
perfect.
and
That's
watch the
perfect, bro.
game.
Just take the easy road. Get you some wings, watch the game, and drink you some pop.
Damn.
Take the easy road, bro. It's like when you think about it, you drinking that Bud Light, it's gonna lead you down a much harder road and much stressful more road. You just drinking some Pepsi, it's gonna suck, but I got me some Pepsi. I'm hanging with my boys.
I
That's really
was
what I'm there for.
I was watching a video on YouTube by like one psychologist, and he was talking. I think it was not a psychologist. It was what's it called? What's his dude? He wrote the book 12 Rules of Life. Jordan Peterson.
Okay, yeah.
He was doing a podcast or some type of video, and he was talking about a lot of people addicted to social media, right? And he is like, you got to get your free will or your power back. And what y'all do is, when you say y'all, you talking about people that's addicted. He said, y'all delete the app off your phone, so you no longer have the option to do it. Like, I guess you could go down a little bit. It's like you no longer have the option to do it. He's like, that's not self control. That's not willpower. He's like, willpower is having the app on your phone and be like, I'm not gonna open it.
Yes,
So, what do you agree or disagree?
I agree because it's tempting you every time you open your phone because it's right there.
So you saying so should this person in scenario A even go to this party with his friends and
Yeah, it's not like, bro, just because you're addicted to something and you like sober, don't mean you can't just do shit no more. You still have fun. You going there for your friends. You're not going there to drink. You going there to watch the game with your friends.
you know how some people be like, oh, I don't like partying because I don't drink or smoke. Like that's like a lot of people equate the drinking and smoking as part of the point. Like
It
shit,
probably,
pre gaming is part is pre gaming
and
is a part of the game.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's definitely probably gonna amplify the experience and shit when you're sober might not seem as funny as what it is if you're both high. Like we laugh and we both high as fuck. It might seem funny as fuck at the moment, but if a nigga's sober over there, you might be saying, and it's not funny anymore. So yeah, it's gonna
Not the
definitely amplify the experience if you're like under the influence. But it's like, bro, you can still have fun going to a party. It's just still a party at the end of the day. You still gonna dance.
should you just go try to hang out with people that do the same things you do? Like they also don't drink or smoke or do.
Probably yeah, because like you hanging out with the people that's not like for helping you towards your goal, like you shouldn't be even be around those people. Like so, it's like go with people who aren't drinkers. Or it's like go surround yourself with people that are trying to better themselves and reach their goals. Like your goal right now is like that's not you anymore. Your goal right now is not to be a drinker. So if you don't think you can handle yourself around people that's just drinking, eating some wings, and watching the game, then you shouldn't be around those people. Like you should find some people who can watch the game, some cheese and guac,
So
without some alcohol.
would you say the addiction won at that point because you no longer can hang out with the people that you enjoy hanging? Okay,
No,
we was
you
friends
would.
and you gotta leave you can no longer hang
I'm
out with
just
people
saying
you
if
like.
you don't think you can handle yourself around alcohol, like if you're a sober man and you can just hang out like around alcohol and not feel away, type of not consume it, I feel like you still hang out, you can still do that. But if you don't think you can handle that, like if you're being completely honest with yourself and looking yourself in the mirror saying, I can't handle this, then those shouldn't be your friends anymore because you're not that person anymore. You're a new person. You should surround yourself
Should
with
you try
people
to
in
go
those
change
goods.
those people?
No.
So you shouldn't try to show them like, hey man, I didn't gave up
If it's
drinking and
hurting their
smoking.
lifestyle, yeah.
but, but
If they just regular people, like yeah, we drink. I'm gonna drink this Bud Light when it's a game on. It's a game. It's football or basketball. It's the finals. Like if they, and that's probably the only time I drink until next year and football start, or if it's another big sporting event, then I drink again. Like those just regular average people. Like you don't need to change them. They not addicted. You got addicted.
oh,
But if
okay.
they addicted to like y'all the addictive buddies and stuff, yeah, you should lend a hand, but you don't gotta like like force somebody to change their lifestyle. But you can lend a hand, have that offer still there, like, hey, you can come to this AA meeting with me, bro. Yeah, just lend out the hand, but you don't gotta like strap you down. So nigga, you're quitting now. Because everybody's choice at the end of the day. But always just lend out the hand. I
But
feel like,
okay, so everybody, would you agree or disagree? Everybody, not gonna say everybody. 90% of people addicted to something.
yeah.
So
Well,
should
what
you?
did you say? All people are addicted. You said everybody's a slave to something.
I feel like it's some people to get to the point they understand that oh, I'm a slave. They get like they got their vices and they beat their vices, so they no longer slave. They become free at that point. So like I feel like everybody start off addicted to something, but once you realize, you're like, oh, I feel like
Yeah,
it's
I'm
your job to figure out
freaking
what you
niece
addicted to.
addicted to YouTube kids.
A lot of people addicted to YouTube.
So it's like,
But
yeah,
once you figure out what you're addicted to, so like, okay, I'm addicted to YouTube. Your niece addicted to YouTube. I'm addicted to pop or soda, whatever you want to call it. Should we be trying to help each other wane off, or should we just be like, all right, your addiction ain't that bad, my
yeah.
addiction ain't
If
that
I
bad.
mean,
Like, should you try to stop every like, okay, I'm addicted to pop.
no, I mean, you shouldn't try to stop everybody because it just it depends. If
Like some
y'all
addictions worse than other addictions,
say
but do I need
it's
to stop?
yeah,
Do
say,
I need to be out here trying to help everybody?
no, not necessarily because like say if it's us two and you're addicted to pop, I'm addicted to YouTube or something like that.
Okay.
We've both had a million conversations of yeah, we want to better our lives, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and we discussed that as many times as we went. If you play Joe Hart out to me saying yeah, I'm gonna change my life, bro. I just can't do it. I can't live this lifestyle anymore. And I did the same, bro. We didn't kind of already signed a contract like, yeah, we gonna help each other. And if we identify things that aren't helping us towards our goal of changing our lives and, being on super yachts or something like that, or just
I'm about
living
to
a
say
lifestyle that
that
we
super
want to
yacht.
live, and you saying, yeah, I want to have this much money, I want to look this type of way, yada yada yada. You drinking pop, it's not gonna help you look that type of way. And I feel like pop just hurt your brain, your critical thinking as well. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might be making shit up. I just feel like a lot of man-made shit just don't help your brain out. So I feel like pop just don't help you at all. Anyways, with your brain and learning. So I'm like, that don't help you. YouTube me, I'm just wasting time, and I'm still not. I feel like I'm losing brain cells and shit just in front of this damn screen all the time instead of I should turn YouTube into books. So I'm like, yeah, then we should try to change each other. If we had never had like a conversation saying like, yeah, I want to change my lifestyle. If we just still just normal friends and stuff like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this or watch this game or something like that. And you addicted to pop, I'm addicted to YouTube. It's not really hurting us because we're not trying to change none about us and stuff. Like, so I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we shouldn't be going out saying like, "Hey, you should stop getting it." You might have to mention like, if you start getting fat off the shit, like, yeah, you might want to chill off the pop.
All
Or if I
right.
might start getting fat off being couch potato for being on YouTube, then you might, yeah, hey, you should maybe think about this. But not just you shouldn't just go around saying like, "Hey, yeah, you need to get off that pop." If we ain't never had like the conversation to change my life, you probably happy with your life. No, you
Gotcha. So
can't.
what if like I'm looking in for what if I'm okay? I was a slave and now I'm free, and I'm looking in from that. I'm looking in from the outside or whatever, outside from the inside, however you say the saying, and I see I you got a problem. And I'm like, all right,
Offer
but you
the
don't
hand.
know you got a problem.
Offer the hand.
So you should call people out on their problem. Like, oh, you got a problem. You got a problem. Not you in particular,
It's
because I
not really
call you all the
calling
time.
people out, but it's just like offering a hand, like make up a problem.
Let's say you addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah, bro, I got some nicotine gum.
I don't got nicotine gum.
No, I'm saying like you would probably buy some. Just get it in that mind, like, hey, bro, I got some nicotine patches or nicotine gum. You want some? And if they take that, they keep getting it for them. I feel like, and then you move on some. Yeah, bro, I heard about this. Like, I don't know if they got like AA for cigarettes or something like that.
I
But
feel like they got some type of counselor for
yeah,
everything now.
I'm like, hey, bro, I heard about this like cigarette AA. You want to go? Instead of just walking in and be like, you always smoking. That's why you're gonna die of lung cancer. And you're gonna pull up the one you
No,
commercials
with the girl
when they be so
with the
fucked up and
hole
they
in the
gotta
front.
talk through the hole and shit and pulling up that shit and being the aggressive way. I feel like you just lend out the hand like, yeah, I got these
What if
nicotine
I see, but like,
patches.
what if I see it's hurting your life and you don't see it's hurting your life? Because I feel like sometimes it's you too close to the trees to see the forest.
You
Sorry, I
talk to
keep hitting
them,
y'all
but
with sayings,
I'm
but like,
saying like I feel like you just the lend a hand is still like coincides like yeah you talk to them like yeah bro
I
I
feel
don't
like a
like
lot of people with issues, they don't know they got issues, and then once you tell them they got issues, they get real combative. Like you could be a lazy dude, be like, hey, bro, you sleep a lot.
that is true. I don't really know a good
Like
answer to that.
I don't think nobody think they lazy. Like I
No,
don't.
yeah, that's
And
true.
it's a lot. We know a lot of lazy
Yeah,
people,
no, that is true. I honestly I don't know the answer. I ain't gonna act like this whole video I know the answers to anything. I'm just saying what I would do.
and this is
But
just a conversation
yeah,
between two dudes. We don't know the answers to a lot of stuff.
I could be
If
dead
you
ass wrong.
if you feel like you know them, leave a comment. We appreciate. We want feedback. You might
Yeah, let's
enlighten
start a
us or
conversation
something.
in the comments. But I just feel like you extend the hand, but the extend the hand like that that coincides like having a conversation with them. Like, yeah, bro, I don't like yeah,
Let's use the lazy example because I feel like a lot of people suffer from laziness.
why why you laying in the bed all day, bro?
I'm tired, bro. I was at work late last night. You know, I work third shift.
What you want to do? Like, what's your goal? Like, what you where do you see yourself in 10 and 15 years, bro? It's the same job.
Shit, they got a good 401k. Shit, the money good. They give me 50 cent
All
raise
right, be easy
once a
then, my
year.
name.
Damn, it's like be
No, it's
easy again.
like, I mean, I probably wouldn't say that, but I'm like, bro, I feel like you can do more with your life. Like, I feel like I remember back in high school, you used to draw shoes and shit. Like, what happened to that? Yeah,
Bro, I got a good job. I got two
are you
kids.
happy?
I got a girl who cook and clean.
Are you happy though?
Shit, I got what else? I got a charger.
Do you feel fulfilled? Are you happy?
I got the new iPhone.
Do you feel fulfilled though? Are you happy? Like, do
Shit,
you
the
feel
bills
fulfilled?
paid, my kids fed, my girl happy.
All right, I ain't got nothing else to say to you.
You know what I mean? Like, what you want me to do? You want me to change the world?
No, I just asked you a question. I'm
I
like,
just feel like they get real combative and
no,
defensive. Like they
yeah,
start
but
explaining all the
but
stuff
I'm
they
yeah.
got. Like,
If you saying all that, I feel like you fulfill. Like you seem
does that not sound like a normal comment? Does that
yeah.
okay?
But I'm
That
saying
sounds
to
exactly
you,
how I
you
feel to
feel
me.
like, but to you, you feel fulfilled and stuff. Like I want to say happy because I don't feel like everybody's like consistently happy. Like that's not a thing. But you feel fulfilled. Like you got your kids, you got your girl, you got your car, your dream car, you got a nice job, your bills
I
is
feel like
paid.
men have to be doing something. Like I don't care. Like I feel like it's a time and place for family. Play with your kids and pet the dog and chill on the couch and watch flicks with your girl. But that's certain time and place.
I don't
Other than
think
that, you
I
need a
don't.
task. Like we accomplished this. All right, now our new goal. We want to successful YouTube channels. When we done with that, we're gonna go do something else. And
I
all
feel
the while we doing that, we got other big goals. We got 10-year goals. We got 5-year goals. We got 3-year goals. We got 2 months goals. We got tomorrow goals.
I agree with you, but I don't agree with you. Like I agree with you. Like I feel like most men should be doing it, but then still I feel like some other men who are just happy where they're at. Like I want a family, nice car, some kids, good woman, bills paid. I know a lot of women wish for that too, but it's like
But I feel like
it's
men and women are completely different.
it is, but it's like it's kind of hard for us to understand. Like I'm like I would die on the hill of I need to achieve my goal. I would die on that hill. Like I need to be doing something.
I feel
I
like
don't want to just
everybody
I don't
have
want to
a
just work.
man. Growing up, when you would go to school and they be like, "Oh, what you want to be? What you want to do when you get older?" I've never heard somebody say, "I want to work in a factory." I've never heard it. I've
Oh, that's
never
true.
heard somebody be like, "You know what? I want to work on a factory and drive a forklift." I'm sure somebody said that, and it's
Somebody got to do the
somebody.
job though.
I'm sure I know, but like, not my friends, not the people I care about and love. And I said,
Yeah,
"No, you
it's
are not
tough.
sitting here to
Yeah,
work and do something that a robot can do."
no, yeah, it's like it's a hard conversation. Like I feel like I'm gonna still have a conversation. Like I'm gonna tell you, like, bro, I feel like you're doing much more, bro. Like I'm gonna have that conversation with you. I ain't gonna just let you say. I ain't just gonna just say be easy. I'm like, you have a great thing at home, bro. I feel like that gives you room to do something more.
Mm.
Like you got a great foundation at home for support. Like I think it's time for you to
But
do
you, and
something more.
also, when you try to and go become more, the people around you they get scared. Sometimes the people around you get
Nah,
scared. What if your girl be like, "Oh, this nigga studying to go back to school.
I feel like
This
she'd like that even more.
he about to go to law school. What if she think you about to level up and leave?" Sometimes people start trying to sabotage you.
Yeah, that is true.
She be like,
It's,
you might, and I ain't gonna say the school examples. That's like a tough one. But like, say you trying to get in shape, and now then she in here buying apple pies covered in caramel with
but
ice cream every day. She baking.
no, that is true, girl.
That's a
I
setup.
know a lot of women like big men. Like I know they like the big
The
bellies. Yeah,
pillows.
they like they like having a good pillow to lay on. They don't like
No
the ripped and shredded nigga. They uncomfortable to lay on.
six pack or
But
nothing.
no, I just feel like it comes down to that person trying to achieve a new goal. Like you got to give them. I know. I feel like a lot of girls just want a reinsurance or I love you or you look good today or like just reinsurance of that. I feel like then they'd be all right.
But I feel like if you okay, this is so bizarre to me. Like when I see personal trainers, this like a lot of it's crazy. A lot of personal trainers aren't in that great of shape. That shit's wild to me. But
Yes.
second of all, when I see personal trainers that's in shape, but they girls aren't in shape, That shit is baffling to me. Like being in shape is literally your livelihood. It's a major part of your life. How can you let your significant other, your partner, whatever you want to call them, walk around out of shape?
They
It makes
partner
no
be
sense.
happy.
I feel like, what Tony Robbins say, I probably say it all the time. When you raise your standards, you gotta raise the standards. The people around, everybody gotta raise them. Like
It's hard.
when you in shape, you start noticing other people out of shape. Like when
Yeah.
you out of shape, when you fat, you don't know you fat until you look at the old pictures and be like, oh damn, I was fat. But then when you in shape, you can see other people like, oh shit, you not in shape.
To
You
me,
not in
but
shape.
it's to me. I don't know. I'm probably a pussy about it. To me, it's hard just trying to tell somebody like that scene, like fulfilled, like enjoying their life. Like, yeah, you gotta get in the gym, nigga. Like, this is gonna. I feel like I'm just gonna ruin their whole day or some shit.
I feel like
Like
shit. What
if
they
they
call
just
it, tough
seem
love.
like what type of out of shape you talking about? Like fat, or
I'm
just
talking
like just
about
out of shape? Just like
every
they not fat, they just out of shape.
everybody should be in shape. I ain't saying everybody gotta have abs. If you're a woman, if you're a man,
I'm just thinking of a
if you're a
woman
young
who's
man, you
just
need
like a
abs.
woman. Like she don't go to the gym. She not fat at all. She not fat at all. She just her shape, but she just don't go to the gym. But she not fat. I'm thinking of that. Like, and she got this big bodybuilding boyfriend.
If
Like,
you in like, I ain't saying everybody need to be ready to run a triathlon or do any shit like that, but I'm saying if
like
you
she could,
out of shape,
like she could play a pickleball game, like if she wanted to. Like she don't gotta.
it's a lot of people that can do that that's out of shape. That ain't a
Like,
sport you need to be in shape for.
well, she can do certain shit without working
I'm
out. Like
saying, okay, stairs make you tired. If you,
stairs don't make her tired. That's the person I'm type of thinking. Like thinking about. Like,
bro, if
but
you
she don't go to the gym. Like, but stairs don't make her tired. Like none of the little shit. Like she could pick up a 50-pound box, put it on the counter. She'd be like, "Whoo," and that's it.
does she look in shape?
Yeah, she like a
Like if
regular
you this
size. She not
man, if you this
fat.
big bodybuilder dude taking this shit serious, you meal prepping, you got her. Maybe you make your own shit, or maybe you make her make it for you. You got her portioning out rice, pouring. You got the little 2 teaspoons of this, one
Uh,
spoon of this. If you see me putting in all this work, how can you not?
what do
I
you
don't want to come home and see you eating Reese cups on the couch.
what do you say to? That's his goal. That's not my goal.
That's cool, but we in this together.
Why I gotta make
Look at
his goal
David
my goal?
Goggins and what's her name?
Tish.
Tish Kish, whatever what her name is. Nigga, she be out there running. She wasn't a runner, but now she run. She
She's
don't run
support.
like Goggins, but she run. She can kill a 14
Yeah, but
miler.
what if she go to the gym with you, but then she have a Reese cup at home? Like
That's
she's
cool.
still
I'm saying
supporting
she
you.
need to be. I'm saying she need to be in shape. If I'm trying to be Mr. Olympia Arnold, I don't need you baking apple pies, chocolate chip cookies,
No, they
you
don't
name the
do
other
no
stuff.
tempting shit.
Like I don't need you. Oh, eating ice cream in front of me, talking about man, babe. You
Then
don't know what you missing.
you shouldn't be with that person now. I feel like you should be with people that's gonna help you
That's what I mean
support your
by then
goal.
they start trying to sabotage you because they think you're gonna level up. Like you were saying, they just want the reinsurance, but it's like
I was just
my
thinking like,
standards higher now, so now you
oh
need to
yeah,
raise yours with me, or
that is true. I don't.
because I feel like you can't have high standards and be with people that don't have high standards because either they got to come up or you got to come back down, and it's like I'll be damned.
No, yeah. I'm not going down. Let's just leave it at
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Like,
So either you go up or we gone.
but
But
that I don't think that make you an asshole or a dick. It's like okay, this
no, they're gonna call you an asshole or dick, but and the way you say it's probably gonna be an asshole or dick way, but it don't make you like it's like I want more out of my life. So it's like sorry. That's all you can say really. I want more out of my life.
and
And
I
I'm not
want more. I
apologizing.
want more out
I
of
take
your
that
life too.
yeah, I do, but I take that sorry back because I'm not apologizing for it because I want more out
Cause
of my
like
life.
I know I know a few friends as personal trainers, and some of them they girls are out of shape, and I be like, like how can you go and change other people's lives, get them in shape, get them ripped, get them chiseled, so they can go home and be perfectly happy, healthy, and fit, and then you go home and your girl not happy, healthy, and fit. But I feel like life's a lot better when you are in shape,
Yeah,
when you
but
can run,
like what you
jump, and
said earlier, a lot of personal trainers aren't even in shape.
that is
So how
true.
they girls or how they partners is not they're not all
So
men.
they
How
need
they
to
partners gonna be in shape?
they need to take their job more serious, first of
Yeah,
all.
that's true. There's a couple of lifetime that ain't in shape.
That is true. You gonna get us canceled. You gonna have us at Lifetime getting yelled on some nigga. Who you talking about?
You nigga.
You know what I'm saying? That was John that said it, not me. But no, that was just the big thing with me. I was like, okay, people just overindulge and then they don't know when to stop. And then if I see you got a problem, how do I help you stop?
Eh, I don't really think it's the right answer to it, but uh,
Because you don't want to feel like you, but you're like, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody.
sometimes it's tough to do. Sometimes you just got to be a dick about it. There's really no if or and buts, no way around it. Sometimes you just need to go forward and say, "Hey, you doing this and that, and I don't like it. It's not good for you. You need to be doing this and that." And just keep it going. They get their feelings hurt, apologize for it later, but they needed to hear it.
And that goes friends, family,
Yeah, a
lovers,
lot of times,
everybody.
so like sometimes like you can't just keep dancing around it. Like when I say offering a hand, you kind of like dancing around it. You trying to eventually get to the middle. Sometimes you just need to go straight through. Just hey, this, that.
All right. Last question. 'Cause this baffles me. Like I consider myself pretty proactive or so I do a ton of self reflection when I'm meditating. Like, oh, I
Same.
got a problem with that. Oh, I
Yeah.
got an issue with that. I need to fix this. I ain't saying I fix them all instantly.
No, they don't
Nowhere
get
near
instantly.
perfect. Shit, some of them I ain't gonna say they don't get fixed because they always a work in progress.
They
But some
take a
of them
million
still getting
tries.
fixed.
Yeah.
But how do people not spot their own errors or deficiencies, whatever you want to call them, vices? Like how do you not spot your own vices? Like, oh, I got a problem with this. Like lazy people. How do
Uh,
you not notice you lazy? Like people that eat too much. How do you not notice? Like the other day, I overindulged in food. I will completely admit it. Man, my stomach felt like it was gonna pop. I was like, never again.
I, I don't know,
Will I
bro.
do it again? Maybe sometime long, long down the
Yeah.
line.
When
But
I feel like I earned it.
I don't plan on doing it again because I don't want to feel like that again.
Yeah.
But it won't be anytime soon.
I just feel like people just don't think as deep or think about it. Like I feel like all it goes down to like I feel like to me like I'm my biggest critic. Like I'm always thinking of what I did today. I kind of like analyze my day. Like
Hmm.
how would I do what I do right, what I didn't get done. I got like a whole I got the whiteboard, like small whiteboard, got my to-do list for the weekend, for the day. So I always like I don't know, to me, I don't know when I developed it. Like I think it was recent, honestly, like ever since out of high school. I'll say ever since like college, I've been doing it. Like just I know I think I've been doing it since I like realized like I always knew my goal since high school, like my purpose and like where my passion and goal wants to be. And then when you get to college, I feel like just a whole nother thing when you're on your own. So I feel like you just got to do stuff like on your own. Like you got to map out and do stuff on your own. So I feel like that's where I developed it at, like just being my own critique or like self reflection of, yeah, you not the shit. Like, so don't ever think you not the shit. Like, so you got to do this and that. So I just feel like people aren't to the point of where they feel like I don't know. Really, it's hard to explain.
So I'm like,
It's
if I do something wrong, I'm gonna play it over in my head. Like, oh, how could I have done this right? What did I do wrong? Oh, I went left and I should have made. Or I should have went right. Why did I go left? I'm gonna break it all the way down. But like, how do other people like? I read a quote or it was a meme, whatever. It was like, you gotta be an arrogant